Hi guys, welcome to Earth to Rosita. So if you're a regular here, you can probably tell that I'm in a different car right now. And that is because I'm picking up my mom from the hospital. So, yeah, I have to go with her car instead of my own. So, I don't really know what I'm going to ramble on about today, but I think something that is really bothering me enough to talk about it is anti-vegans. God, like, I know it's probably like most of them are just like trolls on the internet that, you know, like need a place to release whatever these like strange desire for animal cruelty to continue. But I have to wonder, like, there are also like people that literally dedicate channels to this, so it can't really just be trolls on the internet, can it? I think it would be a big stretch to say that when there's like literal channels advocating for animal abuse proudly, and their audience don't even like realize it at the same time. Like, their audience is for the continuation of some severe evil shit to happen, like factory farming, hunting, animal testing, zoos to continue, like, and we all know, like, zoos, like, some zoos, I'm sure, like, they genuinely do care for their animals, but then there are, like, zoos in, like, Asia or something that literally, like, I don't know why I cut out, literally, like, beat up, okay, sorry dudes, I was having some trouble with storage and stuff. So, anti-vegans, they don't, I don't think that they understand what veganism is fighting for, ultimately. Veganism is, like, the ultimate goal for veganism is to, like, just simply get human beings to stop seeing animals as just a thing to exploit or use or consume. And honestly, like, it doesn't sound like such a terrible thing to be fighting for. When you just like break down the vegan philosophy in that way. Like, it's just like, it's a beautiful philosophy. I don't understand why these like anti-vegans are like getting online and like vegan phobic, that channel that like is afraid of vegans or afraid of the like the vegan philosophy, or like vegan deterioration. Like, they just like analyze. From what I've seen, I don't check out these channels because I actually have a fucking life. They take like any vegan that they can find and they like analyze their health through the screen. And hence the name vegan deterioration. They think that we're like deteriorating. This is all that I, like, this is just like, what I've heard from actual vegans who, like the Slim Face, who has been a victim of this. It's pretty much like online bullying, I think. If you're like gonna take someone's video clips and then make fun of their appearance just because they're fucking vegan. I can't can't wait for that to happen to me. Like, I wonder what they'll say. They'll probably like pick out my puffy eyes or something and completely like ignore the fact that I just have fucking allergies to cats, and I have 3 cats at home that I don't want to give away. They'll say anything. They will say anything. Like, oh my god, like, you just can't be nice enough. You can't be, like, you have to be so perfect. And like, it's just very frustrating, because like, going vegan, it didn't change my personality. I'm still like one of the most protective people out there. One of the most like vocal people out there when it comes to matters of like injustice. You should have seen me growing up with my sister. Like, I was so freaking protective of her. Like, I still am. Oh my god. Like, going vegan, it doesn't change anybody's personality. It doesn't make them an asshole. If you're a passive person before you were vegan, you're gonna be a passive person when you go vegan. And yeah, like, sure, we have like pretty much every vegan who is vegan for the animals has gone through a phase where like they saw the injustice and were angry about it, which is a completely normal human response to injustice and cruelty. And that's what I like to think anyway. Like, most normal, mentally sound, mentally sane people that have compassion in their heart, when they see like somebody being abused, whether it's a human or an animal, they're going to be angry about it. It's just that vegans extend that out to more than like our pets or something, or like just a helpless animal, or like people who go for trophy hunting and stuff. They extend it to our food system. We extend it to our food system, and that's the only difference here. I mean, not just the food system, because obviously it's not, veganism isn't a diet. It's a philosophy. I keep preaching this, and no one really, like, I don't think anti-vegans really understand that. Like, yeah, a diet is going to be a big portion of what this movement is fighting for, which is animal liberation. But because it's one of the biggest exploitation systems there are. Like, these animals are literally slaves to us, and are like slaves to the human species, just because we want to eat their flesh or steal their milk or eggs or whatever. And these anti-vegans have the audacity to call us a cult because we're fighting against that. Like, maybe if you just like educated yourself a little bit, and then once you did the educating, like once you have educated yourself, instead of like literally being a child about it and being a child at the grocery store and throwing a temper tantrum about like this is what I imagine when like I see anti-vegans so fiercely like defending animal abusive industries. It's like that child that didn't get its toy like at the grocery at the store or something, and they're just like they're so angry about it. So they start like throwing a tantrum and crossing their arms and like saying, no, I want that toy right now. Like, okay, that's a terrible comparison because that's not how anti-vegans act. But like, they want to rebel against the truth. And then, like, just today, I got a comment from some guy saying that I need to, like, grow up. Define irony. I need to grow up. I did grow up, bro. Oh my god. Like, growing up, you see, like, all of these terrible YouTubers right now taking accountability. I think that is growing up. I fucking have grown up. I took accountability for the fact that I was supporting a horrific industry, and then I stopped doing that. I don't think that, like, if that's not growing up and like saying to yourself, like, yeah, these industries are bad. I can live a healthy lifestyle on a plant-based diet if I do it correctly, which you need to do your research on, like legitimate research. You don't, like, that's another thing. You don't go online and get all these like health coaches, like Alyssa Parker or whatever her fucking name is, Raw Alignment, I think her YouTube name was. When it's something as important as your health, do proper research on it. Go to doctors, go to nutritionists. You're not gonna find like what works for you and what your body needs on YouTube, guys. And that's why people go ex-vegan. Because they got all their information on somebody, by somebody who's just as lost as them, in terms of nutrition. They're not, these people, most of these people that put out like what I eat in a day videos, they're not well researched. I think that Nina and Randa are probably like the only vegans that you can kind of rely on. But even then, like, you need to be careful. Because Nina and Randa, I believe in them because they actually, like, grew up around the doctors. They have the doctors around them. So everything that they say, they give a shit about public health, you know, like, they even say it in one of their videos. I don't remember which one because they have so many, but they say that this is a matter of public health, so they're not just gonna like take someone's literal life in their hands and be like, oh, I want money, so I'm just gonna give them any advice, like the only advice that works for me. Oh god, I have such allergies. It's so bad. It's so bad. Like, my nose is, my face just feels like it's on fire. And it sucks having allergies and being exposed to allergies every day. But whatever. I'm so late. I have somewhere to be. Like, I have to pick up my mom, and I'm so late because I was just delaying it and delaying it and delaying it. It's so bad. I feel horrible. I don't know. It's just a frustrating thing to deal with. Like, they say, like, people who don't have never like lived the vegan philosophy for real, they say that the hardest part is like nutrition or whatever. Like, they make up all this shit about like what is hard about being vegan is the lack of food that you eat. That's not the hardest part, dudes. It's definitely dealing with like so much criticism, and it's like dealing with people who don't support you sometimes. Like, it gets frustrating. It gets frustrating, like, because for one, I'm the only vegan in my family. So I'm the only one who has actually done the research and made the effort to change. I don't know. It's definitely just like knowing that there's so much like cruelty in this world, and there are too many people that are just apathetic toward it. That is the hardest part about being vegan. It's not anything else but that. It's hard being vegan in a cruel world that is like so dismissive of things that most of the population doesn't even have like the mental, emotional, whatever, like spiritual maturity to like acknowledge as an atrocity. So that's it for me today, guys. I hope you enjoyed this vlog. If you did, give this a like and hit the subscribe button, and have a lovely day or night. Bye.